I think she'd say, "Go on, Mill, you made it."
But I was just really focused on, trying to get the job done and help the team, because I knew that the girls would do their part.
Welcome to Level Up with the Greater Game, where we give you tips and tricks to take your game to the next level. And today we've got some really exciting guests. So we have Naz. How are you, Jess?
I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, I'm really, really good. We've got Millie Turner.
Hello.
Hello. And we've got Mary Earps.
Hello.
Hello. And we've also today joined by Jordan, a mental health coach from Nuffield Health. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about things such as visualisation and sort of giving yourself gratitude, maybe on and off the pitch. So just to start off, when you were younger, what were your dreams in football, and did you dream to sort of be where you are right now?
Growing up, I started off playing boys football, so it wasn't until I was maybe 8 or 9 when I got introduced to women's football. So yeah, at the start I didn't really have big dreams. I just loved playing football in the cages. Getting older, when you're seeing professional footballers being able to watch England on TV, that's definitely seeing that this could something I can dream about. So yeah.
I think for me, I've just always wanted to play football. That's all I've ever dreamt of doing. So I played it from a very young age. It's in my family as well. So I've never thought of doing anything else, to be honest. And yeah, here I am now.
What do you think 8-year-old or maybe like 12-year-old Millie would say now, looking at you, obviously, like where you are now?
I think she'd say, "Go on, Mill, you made it."
Love it. Mary, what about you?
I feel like it wasn't really a serious, sustainable career when I was coming through. I'd watch the FA Cup final every year religiously. That was the only real women's game that I had any access to, or that there was any visibility around. I didn't go pro till I graduated from university in 2016, so I feel like the dreams just kind of emerged. You always dream of things as a kid, maybe they're not realistic, but yeah, I couldn't be happier with how it turned out.
There'll be some young players now, boys and girls, sort of watching, thinking about like their future as footballers, whether they want to try to become pro or whether they're just, like you said, just like really enjoying themselves and playing the game that they love, which is also really, really important. Did you guys ever set yourselves goals, like either at the beginning of the season or during the season?
Yeah, I would normally sit down with the coaches and set some goals, and also set some super strengths, some things that I'm really good at, and just try to implement that more in games. But yeah, definitely set goals.
Millie, what about you? Did you set goals when you were a young player?
When I was younger, I can't say I did really set any goals, probably stupid ones like try and score 10 goals a game.
Yeah.
Because I was actually a striker then, guy.
Oh, right.
But yeah, I think when I was younger, I just used to chill a lot more. I just used to enjoy playing football because that's what I love to do.
I feel like probably when I was younger, I set more goals than what I do now. I'm not a big believer in goal setting. I'm sure that absolutely kills your whole segment. But I think it can, especially to young people, I don't know if it's the right message to send out when you tell people to get carried away with the outcome. I think you should be looking at how you do things and how you get better, not about like, oh, I want to score X amount of goals a game or score X amount of goals a season, because I think then that just sets people up for failure. Is that the most important thing? Or is it about growth? Is it about character? Is it about resilience? Is it about other things apart from outcomes and trophies and things like that? Because I think there's a lot more to football than just that.
So Jordan, for you, obviously being the expert in this area, like what do you feel about goal setting and the positives and the negatives to that?
Yeah, I mean, I think kind of going off Mary's point with what she mentioned in terms of not looking at kind of the end result, because there are elements in kind of sport and also in life in general that might change that course. But what we do want to kind of focus on is like in the here and now and the moment and what's going on. That would usually be things kind of related to visualisation. And on that point, I do have to ask, finalissima, sorry, the shootout.
Yeah.
And your ability to visualise and self-talk is up there. I was meant to do a bit of a talk on that, but I'm going to throw it to you instead, because you seem to have a really good grasp on it.
I feel like it's something that's probably developed as I've got older, and maybe I've not specifically labelled it as self-talk or visualisation, but I think I'm a big believer in like your strength comes from your training. I think that's where confidence comes from. It comes from preparation. But I was just really focused on, trying to get the job done and help the team, because I knew that the girls would do their part.
For yourselves, Millie and Jess, do you have time to kind of catch up with yourselves and reflect on that just generalised ability to just experience a bit of gratitude for oneself?
I think when you're in season, it's quite like you're in mode. When I'm back at home speaking to my parents or brothers, I think that's when like we sit down and talk about like how far I've come in the journey. Sometimes when you're in the moment, you're just like, I've done this, what's next now? But it's always good to look back and see how far you've come.
Like I remember I picked up quite a bad injury, and during that time and when I overcome that injury is when I really felt a lot of gratitude, and I was so grateful to be able to do what I do.
For me, gratitude comes from having a nice coffee in the morning, or it not raining, and being able to like go for a little walk in the sunshine, or have a cup of tea and a biscuit or something. I think it's like moments of peace. This life can be very chaotic, and those are the things that I try and really hold on to in this constant strive and pursuit of excellence, really.
Thank you so much for your time, guys. I think a huge takeaway for me is kind of focusing on the positives, which I think is really important, not always thinking about the negatives, and trying to actually appreciate the small things as well. If you really enjoyed this video, then please put a comment below around anything else that you'd like to find out from the Lionesses or the Lions squad as well. We'll hopefully see you next time.